Did coronavirus leak from a research lab in Wuhan? Startling new theory is no longer being discounted amid claims staff got infected after being sprayed with blood. Ministers fear that the coronavirus pandemic might have been caused by a leak from a Chinese laboratory, the Mail on Sunday can reveal. Senior government sources say that while the balance of scientific advice is still that the deadly virus was first transmitted to humans from a live animal market in Wuhan, a leak from a laboratory in the Chinese city is no longer being discounted. One member of Cobra, the emergency committee led by Boris Johnson, said last night that while the latest intelligence did not dispute the virus was zoonotic, originating in animals, it did not rule out that the virus first spread to humans after leaking from a Wuhan laboratory. The member of Cobra, which receives detailed classified briefings from the security services, said, "There is a credible alternative view to the zoonotic theory based on the nature of the virus. Perhaps it is no coincidence that there is that laboratory in Wuhan. It is not discounted." Lab fears, a laboratory leak in Wuhan is believed to have caused the coronavirus pandemic. The £30 million institute, based 10 miles from the infamous wildlife market, is supposed to be one of the most secure virology units in the world. The state-run People's Daily newspaper said in 2018 that it was capable of conducting experiments with highly pathogenic microorganisms such as the deadly Ebola virus. Scientists at the institute were the first to suggest that the virus's genome was 96% similar to one commonly found in bats. But despite its reputation for high security, there have been unverified local reports that workers at the institute became infected after being sprayed by blood, and then carried the infection into the local population. A second institute in the city, the Wuhan Center for Disease Control, which is barely 3 miles from the market, is also believed to have carried out experiments on animals such as bats to examine the transmission of coronaviruses. American biosecurity expert Professor Richard Ebright, of Rutgers University's Waxman Institute of Microbiology, New Jersey, said that while the evidence suggests COVID-19 was not created in one of the Wuhan laboratories, it could easily have escaped from there while it was being analyzed. Professor Ebright said he has seen evidence that scientists at the Center for Disease Control and the Institute of Virology studied the viruses with only Level 2 security, rather than the recommended Level 4, which provides only minimal protections against infection of lab workers. Despite the denials, Beijing has issued new laws that call for the improved management of viruses and for facilities to ensure biological safety. In 2004, a leak from a Chinese laboratory led to an outbreak of severe acute respiratory syndrome (SARS), killing one person and infecting 9 others.